Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing fine. You've had or you are having a super good weekend. Here it's been super busy. We just went to the Christmas market. It was beautiful. We had mulled wine, a really nice day. So for today's makeup look, I'm creating a very easy holiday makeup look with some of my current favorite products. There has been so many holiday collection launches recently that I feel like it's hard to keep up and have a favorite palette, if you know, because there's so many of them and a lot of them are really nice and beautiful and very good quality, really nice formulas. But if I have to choose, I would say if you're looking for something very easy to work with, the Dior palette, the Dior collection for this holiday season is just outstanding. It is beautiful. So I'm going to be using this palette and it's in the shade Golden Masquerade. So that's the one with the pink and red tones. So as usual, I'm going to start with my base. So I am using the latest primer from GUERLAIN. This is the Parure Gold Skin Double Veil, so very similar to the Dior Forever Velvet Veil. They are extremely similar, other than this one has an SPF protection in it, so it's protection 50, which the Dior doesn't have. But otherwise, in terms of how it looks and feel on the skin, they're extremely similar. I've almost finished the Dior one, so now I'm using the GUERLAIN. And I can't really say there's a big difference. They're both in the same shade. So once you apply it on your face, there's literally no color. It's that translucent shade. It's quite thick, so it's very creamy. So it does hydrate your skin a lot. It's packed with skincare. And you see, it looks like it's a lot, but it just sets into your skin and really just hydrate and create kind of a rich base onto your skin. But it doesn't matter if you have an oily skin, it will still work onto your skin. And if you have a dry skin, well, this is perfect for you. And so I just like to press it so it really penetrates all over. And obviously I let it dry before I apply foundation or anything else. For my foundation, this is my current favorite. It's just literally the best foundation you can have if you like to have that very luxurious feel, almost powdery feeling without being a powdered foundation or a compact foundation. This is from GUERLAIN. This is the Parure Gold Skin Matte, and I'm using shade 3 Neutral. So it's a matte foundation, it sets completely, and it just gives a full coverage, and it's non-drying, it's packed with skincare. It is the most beautiful finish for foundation. And I'm using it with my beauty blender. I just really like to use the beauty blender. I like how it makes your foundation look. Just like this, and you can already see how good the coverage is. For my concealer, I've got two favorites at the moment. So it's the WESTMAN Atelier and the pen from Victoria Beckham. It's called the Concealer Pen. And this one has skincare, well, both of them have skincare into it. Victoria Beckham is a collaboration with Augustinus Bader, and WESTMAN Atelier, well, it's just WESTMAN Atelier. WESTMAN Atelier is a very high coverage concealer. It's self-setting, it's blurring, it really helps to smooth out the under eye. It helps with reducing the appearance of fine lines, and pretty much the same with Victoria Beckham, except that the Victoria Beckham one is a little bit more light. So if you don't need much coverage, just Victoria Beckham is fine, but I like to add both of them together. I think they just work really well together. So I start with the Victoria Beckham Le Pen. So this is great. It's perfect size if you want to put it in your makeup bag or bring it with you. It doesn't take much space and it's super easy to use. So this one, and then just come around my eye like this, and same thing onto the other side. A little bit around the nose. Is literally the perfect format. Just like this. And I'm going to use my beauty blender just to blend it really nicely under my eye. And it brings a little bit of luminosity, but the shade is very close to the foundation already, so that's why I mix it with WESTMAN Atelier, that this shade is much lighter. And it really just blends in perfectly, like this. Now I'm adding my WESTMAN Atelier. It is called Vital Skincare Collection, and I'm wearing L2, and in Victoria Beckham, and I think it's L1, so yeah, light 1, and WESTMAN Atelier is light 2, but the WESTMAN Atelier is much lighter, so you'll see right away. Like, it's a proper light shade that adds so much brightness, but you have to be fairly quick into your application because this is self-setting. Mix it with my beauty blender as well, because I just like how it blends really nicely. And sometimes I think it makes the application a little bit better because you're pressing it into your skin instead of dragging any product. See how much brighter this is? It is beautiful. So concealer, foundations are done. I'm going to add the contour. So obviously this is a holiday makeup tutorial, but I think it has to stay somewhat simple. So that's why I'm using Beauty Blender. I'm kind of using, and I want you guys to feel that even though if it's a holiday makeup, you don't have to go all over the top. It has to be, it can be very simple. It can be fairly quick to do, and you don't have to spend, you know, all the money and all the time just doing your makeup and prepping for your makeup. I think we're so busy in the holiday period anyway. So yeah, it's just a very simple but feel-good makeup look. So for my contour, these are some of my favorite products. Again, this is the Dior Forever Contour Stick, the Skin Contour, sorry. And I'm using shade 01 Light and 03 Mediums. I mixed the two of them together. So I use the shade Light 01 onto my nose. So always like this, I just like to contour my nose. I don't think I did a very good job. It's not straight, but it doesn't matter so much, because I just smudge it like this. And if you have too much, you just take a little bit of your beauty blender and you kind of blend it out here like this. Voila. So that's nose contour done. Now I'm gonna contour my cheeks. And I'm going to use the darker shade to contour my cheeks. So this is 03 Medium. I've got my small mirror here. So, oops, here. Quite high on the cheek. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Oops. Like this. And with my brush, just gonna blend it upwards. You don't want to go too low because you don't want to have your contour sitting completely super low on your cheek. Just like this. And voila. And you really just sculpt and frame your face really nicely. So with the same darker shade, I'm gonna come just on the forehead a little bit, like this. And then same brush again, really just blend it upwards and onto the side. So foundation, complexion, everything is done. My contour is done. So now I'm going to set it with my favorite powder of the moment. So these are, as I mentioned, all my current favorite. So this is the Parure Gold Skin Diamond Micro Powder from GUERLAIN. And honestly, I don't know a powder that is doing a better job at the moment. It's that very fine powder, but it's so radiant. It just brings all the luminosity. It doesn't give a natural finish like you would have with the Chanel loose powder, but I don't think that's the aim here. But it's not cakey, it doesn't crease, and it's got that super luxurious smell. I'm obsessed, and I'm using shade Translucent because I just think that's the best shade of all. Not necessarily a big fan of having one that has a color into it, because depending on, you know, your skin will change color throughout the year. So if you want to be able to use your powder on a daily basis or yearly basis, whatever it is, a translucent powder is probably the better way to go. So making sure there's no crease under my eyes, and then I'm setting all of my cream product with my powder. Same thing on this side, and I'm literally going to set all of my face. So I'm going to add a little bit of contour powder. This is from Dior. Again, this is some of their newest or latest product. Honestly, guys, everything from Dior this year has been beautiful. Any product that came out this year, like the product that are multi-use, so the liquid blush that you can use on your body, on your eyes, on your cheek, they are beautiful. The what's it called, Glow Maximizer and the Star Filter, I've got the Glow Maximizer in every shade, and honestly I've been using them so much. The formula is beautiful, everything is amazing. So this is the blush, Rouge Blush Glow and Contour in shade 100 Diorissimo. It's a bit light, but I'm gonna make it work. So I'm gonna use the contour just to contour a little bit, just add over what we did already. Again, not too low. Just like this. Voila, that's it. That's all the contour, because I'm gonna add bronzer on the forehead, so I'm not gonna add anything for the contour here. For my bronzer, I'm using the GUERLAIN collection, the holiday collection. It's called Plein Soleil, the bronzing powder. I'm not sure if it's a limited edition just for the holiday collection. Not clear, but I'm really liking it. That's the only shade they have in the collection. So if you have a very dark skin, sadly it's not gonna work on you. But on the other side, if you have a very fair, light, medium skin, this is going to be beautiful. So I've got my big fluffy brush. It's gonna come on my forehead, and it looks quite light, but actually it's very easy to build, and it just gives that beautiful sun-kissed look. Gonna add some quite high on the cheeks. And it smells divine too. Just a little bit here to find the jawline. Yeah, that's it. Good to go. For my blush, I'm using GUERLAIN as well. You're gonna say I'm using all the GUERLAIN product, but honestly, they're just so good. They last long. Their payoff, the color payoff is extremely good. And I like to use products that are actually working. This, I've done a full review on their blushes. They came out earlier in the year. I've got all 6 shades and I'm using all of them because the formula is brilliant. It's a powder, but the payoff is outstanding. and it just lasts so long. It doesn't fade away, which is really, really nice. And this is shade Deep Nude, 03 Deep Nude. So I'm just gonna apply it here on my cheek, like this. It just gives that perfect pinch of color. I filled up my eyebrows off camera. I just think it's a little bit more efficient. So for my eyes, as I mentioned, I'm using the Dior palette from the holiday collection. It feels like it was so far away because this palette literally came out in September for the holiday. Like, it's 3 months ago. I feel like we're already ready for the spring collection, which is a bit counter, you know, we're not even past Christmas yet. Anyway, I am loving this palette, and I know a lot of you guys are loving it too. So again, this is shade Golden Masquerade. And I'm going to use the really light shade of pink here as my base. Just all over. So I'm coming quite high. Like this. That's it. That's all my base done. For my crease, I'm going to use that taupe shade. It's gonna keep it very light. Just beautiful sets of shade mixed together. Like this. And the formula is beautiful because they're all satin finish. They just blend so easily. It never creases or get any patchiness. Just beautiful. And now I'm going to add the pink here, the darker shade, just in the corner, just to add a little bit of a pop of color, just a little bit of a contrast. So eyes are done. I added my liquid eyeliner and some mascara. That is it. So now to finish with the lips, I've got my lip liner from Dior. This is the Rouge Dior Contour in shade 329 Nude Blush. So the contour. I'm gonna come and fill the sides. Like this. And same thing here. So now I'm going to add my gloss. This is from Chanel, the Coco Rouge Coco Gloss. Shade 119, it's bourgeoise. It just gives the most beautiful gloss, and it's going to match the lip liner really nicely. So you can get this shade in the gift set from Chanel this year. I think it's a beautiful basic shade to have in your makeup kit. It just goes really nicely with almost every makeup look, almost, and on everyone. And now the last piece missing, some highlighter. I'm using the Dior Holiday Collection and this is shade Hors Lumière. It's a limited edition, so if you like it, don't wait too long. I'm just gonna use my finger coming here on the cheek, a bit on the side, same thing here. It just creates a really nice diffuse highlighter like this, and a little bit on the bridge of the nose here in the middle. and here a little bit. That's it. So this is the final look, guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. I think it's such an easy look to recreate, even though if you don't have the same product, it doesn't really matter. As long as you have fairly the equivalent in the same shade, you can recreate the look. Super easy to do at home, especially if you're tight on time. This is kind of a quick, easy and done makeup. It's festive because it's full of sparkles. It just shines. It's that satin finish on your eyes, and it kind of matches any outfit as well. It's a soft glam makeup look, so super easy to recreate. This is a video of the makeup in daylight, so you can see the full colors and the shade. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Is it something that you would wear for the holidays? So I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. If you've liked it, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. As always, I will put in the description down below all the products that I have been using, and a big thanks for watching.